to the channel. If you've been following Uthando Nesthembu, then you already know that Sneh has been struggling with a place in the Mseleko family. But in this latest episode, Mangwabe finally confronts her and it got deep. So let's watch this. That's where the confrontation came from. Let's watch this first. Enjoy.
Kizothi ngibangani nabo guys, angazi ngixabane nabo, angazi. Ngikhumbula uMangwabe ngifikile kwakhe khona u-anti wegada kwakhe ke, so ngangifika athi hayi enza itiye nelonto zasinekhe ngenza itiye, and then ngadla i-roll ngoba isinkwa angithandi isinkwa, ngadla i-roll. Ha, kwaba indaba engaka.
Please don't lie. I-roll
Kwatshela ubaba wazongikhulumela ubaba wami nge-roll elilodwa, wathi uSneh ufike kwamadla i-roll lami lomphakoro nge-roll. Guys, yazi
Ngondile mfethu ukuhleka.
guys, ibo ngaba.
Okay, today we're asking this question. Is Sneh just emotionally immature, or does she have a point? Are the wives and Mselewu showing tough love, or no love at all? Let's get into it. Before we get into it, let me give you the backstory of who Sneh is. To understand the conflict between Umangwabe and Sneh, we have to look at who Sneh is and where she's coming from. Her life hasn't been easy, and that pain shows. Sneh has had a complicated history, multiple baby daddies, unstable romantic relationships, and moments where her father publicly expressed disappointment in her. Sneh has had to face harsh criticism, often without the emotional cushioning most kids will get. This isn't the first time Sneh has made a claim that the family hates her. We've seen it also in Uthando Nesthembu, where she said even her siblings hate her. Everyone just pretends around her. She said it in anger, in sadness, and sometimes in the other episode we see her saying it in passing, but it's always come from a place of deep emotional unrest. And every time, the response has either been silence or defensiveness from the family. Some fans sympathize with her, calling her the black sheep and the victim of a cold family structure. Others feel she's manipulative, emotionally immature, and unwilling to grow up. It's messy, but that's why we're discussing it, because it's worth discussing. So let's talk about the confrontation with Umangwabe. The scene in question is a diary room where they shut down, but not in an explosive way you'd expect. It's not shouting, it's quiet, and it's an emotionally loaded moment. Umangwabe doesn't raise her voice, she doesn't insult Sneh. She speaks like someone who's both tired and disappointed. Her words, even when she's asking her, she's choosing them carefully, but they are sharp. I posed the question that she asked to Sneh. I quote her, "Do you think we hate you? Or why are you behaving in a way that makes it hard to love you?" So she's asking Sneh Ukuthi, like, does she think the family hates her? And does she know of any reasons why the family would hate her? Mangwabe isn't trying to win an argument. She's trying to open Sneh's eyes. It's this frustration of someone who's tried behind the scenes but now feels forced to speak plainly. There's a material instinct at play, but it's mixed with emotional fatigue. She asks Sneh to reflect on her behavior, on the times she pushes people away and then blames them for walking. It's a classic case of someone refusing to own their role in their isolation. So before I proceed, guys, especially with the Rose story, bread roll story that we just heard now, there's two sides to the story. For me, I'm on the side of Umangwabe to say that what if the rolls were saved for children's lunch at school? And then adding on to that again as an extension again, I really don't blame Sneh, even if they were saved for the kids to take for lunch when they're going to school. But then I also blame the cleaning lady. She knows the structure in Mangabe's home. She knows what those roles were bought for and who they were bought for and why. But even it's good for her to offer Usne food, but she needs to obey the rules in Mangabe's house and tell her that no, this and this, you can have this, you can have that. I mean, it's Sneh's home, but there are rules and guidelines in that home. They needed to respect Umangwabi at least, in that regard. I don't blame Sneh, but then the way she talked there, I feel like she really needs to choose her words. Those are her moms. And Sneh is also a mom. She wouldn't want a child going around in podcasts discussing a family like that. Now, let's step back and look at the family as a whole, because this moment between Sneh and Umangwabe isn't just about two people. It's about how this family handles emotional discomfort. It's clear that Sneh's feelings aren't met with comfort. They're met with logic and correction, or silence sometimes. That's dismissive parenting, especially on the part of Umusa, her father, sorry. He needs to listen to his child and guide his child and protect and provide emotional support for Sneh, who is his first daughter. Whether it's intentional or not, the result is that she feels emotionally neglected because of this dismissive parenting. If one of Mangwabe or Makumalo's daughters came crying and said, "I feel unloved," would they be told to toughen up, or would they be hugged, comforted, and reassured? That's the double standard Sneh might be picking on. And then coming on to Musa as a father, is he stepping in enough, or is he failing with Sneh? As a father, Musa often takes a backseat emotionally. He handles financial and disciplinary matters, but emotional support, not so much. He scolds Sneh in public, but rarely comforts her in private, or at least not on camera. That silence hurts more than words sometimes. It's really sad. And then again, I would like to pose this question. Isn't Sneh just immature? Let's flip the lens. Is Sneh emotionally mature enough to handle adult responsibilities and family accountability? Or is she projecting unresolved childhood trauma into her adult life? Before I answer or review this question, it's sad to know that allegedly Usne was violated by her father's brother. It's really sad. So I'm not sure whether it's this trauma that she's carrying on in her adult life, because she needs comfort, support, so that she can get past that, because we don't know when that allegedly happened. Was there anyone really taking care of Usne and giving her that support, love, and comfort? Because if that allegedly happened, and then Usne could have gone and opened up to someone. So we really don't know. I'm so sorry to Sneh about what happened to her allegedly with regards to this alleged violation that her father told us about this season, and Usne told us in the previous season. But I'm glad that her father is addressing it in this season of Utando Nestembo. So the question was, is Sneh lacking maturity or simply traumatized? We've seen Sneh act impulsively sometimes, and sometimes irresponsibly. I mean, we've seen her upping and going for months without telling anyone, disappearing into thin air, leaving her kids with Umacele and disappearing. But immaturity doesn't mean you're incapable of growth. It might mean that she never had the space to grow properly. trauma delays development. It doesn't erase potential. And also another question that I would pose is, does Usne crave validation, or is she manipulating emotion? This is tricky. Snake could be using victim mode to avoid accountability, but it's also possible she doesn't know any other way to ask for love. When you grow up in emotional chaos, acting out is often the only way you know how to communicate. Another question to pose is, are her claims of being hated projections of internalized rejection? Well, she might be projecting her own self-hate when she says they hate me. She might actually be saying, I don't feel worthy of love, and I think they see that too. It's heartbreaking if you really sit with that. So what are we learning, and any takeaways that we're getting from here? From my side, the Sneh versus Mangwabe moment was bigger than just one episode. It's a mirror for so many Black families. Without empathy, tough love just feels like punishment. We need to guide our loved ones while reminding them that they are loved even when they mess up. And we must listen to those who repeatedly say, I feel unloved, even if we don't agree. Because repeated emotional distress is a cry for help. It deserves attention, not just correction. And then growth requires both calling people out and calling them in. Call outs expose problems, but call-ins bring healing. Families must do both. Hold each other accountable and provide safety to grow. This was a long and worthy review. So fam, let's wrap it up. Was Mangwabe too harsh, or was Sneh finally being held accountable? Does this mean does this family love her but show it in the wrong way, or is she still waiting to receive the love she deserved as a child? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this if it gave you insight. Subscribe for more raw, real commentary on African reality TV. And also watch Uthandwa Nesithembu on DSTV Catch-Up channel 161 on Mzansi Magic. Guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I love you all. Thank you so much. Until our next review. Bye.